Hello everybody, it's me, Totally Naldago. Here's the first video on our group channel, and this is going to be a guide on our Nether Wart farm and how to progress in farms and what kits you should do and stuff like that. So, first of all, this farm, I highly recommend you build it. We're going to go over the design and stuff like that and how big you should make it, this video. But I highly recommend you design it. It's not too expensive to make, and each run I go down it, I have the smallest island size, and each run you go down it, you can make up to 500k per run, and it's pretty quick to run down. So another thing I highly recommend while building is cookie buff, which you can go get cookie buff. Here, I'll actually show you guys for those of you who don't know. You can get cookie buff from this townsperson after playing 6 hours of Hypixel Skyblock. So if in the booster cookie shop, you can get your first free cookie after 6 hours. And that's pretty nice. Okay. Without further ado, let's get into the demo. So this demo right here, it's all you have to do is make the soul sand 4 wide. You don't actually have to make 5, but you have to make it 4 wide. And what this farm does is essentially a smaller version of the farm. It's a mini version. You farm, you walk down, and you drop, and then you switch your key. All you have to do is press A and D and hold left click. It's a very simple farm design, and it's pretty easy to replicate too, and make it really big. So, yeah. Now you're probably wondering, well, how big is your farm? It is down all the way to like void height, all the way to build height, and then from left to right, the max height I could make it. So it's a pretty big farm, and kind of like, it took a little bit to make. So what I learned is with 2 people working constantly on it without a builder wand, it is going to take you a steep, like 10-ish hours to build, and it's pretty big. But, however, if you have these 2 utilities that I'm going to go over, it will be a lot quicker to design. So, first things first, the builder's one. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what does the builder's one do? It's pretty simple. So, any connected faces of a block, it will place on. So let me get a stack of soul sand, for example. Place 4 of it. Every time I right click, it duplicates that. So that's going to be really, like, it'll make the building much quicker, specifically for the parts of the soul sand pads, because, I mean, look how many soul sand pads there are. There's maybe 100 or something. There's 100 soul sand pads-ish. Yeah, it's a really big farm. It's pretty chaotic, but it makes you a lot of money. It's really good. Now, for the actual farm itself, what you need to do is you need to make it 4 blocks out per pad, and you need to make the pad 1 block higher than block height. So what that's going to do is oh, by the way, make sure you're in 1.12 in your farming to get that good Nether Wart hitbox, or 1.12 or higher. But anyway, what that's going to do is it's going to make it so you can just hold A and D, and then at the end of a pad, for example, let's say go all the way to that side, I drop down, and then I switch my control. Now, a way you can improve this is by putting down a note block and breaking the block above it, and what that'll do is you can like completely look away from your game, and it'll tell you when you need to switch your keys, so you can be even more lazy. That's a good upgrade design I heard of. Yeah, but essentially this design takes little to no effort to replicate. I mean, it just takes some time, and it's also really easy to farm on, and it's not really that like boring or anything, because you can just play some Netflix or something and farm it up and make a whole bunch of money while watching Netflix and not really being bored. But yeah, we're gonna go over the kit now for farming from low end to high end. So there's not really a whole lot of variation with it. And my kit right now is, I mean, like, really the only difference they can change is the boots. So we're going to go over it, though. Okay. The first item out of 3 items, so you need a 3-item kit. I highly recommend, first of all, you buy a rookie hoe. Now, for those of you who don't know, here, I'll go to the farm merchant really quick. It is pretty much a good farming source that you can get for 10 coins, and that will give you a 50% extra chance of getting a seed. And so a seed is just Nether Wart. it's literally just Nether Wart. So it gives you an extra 50% chance of getting Nether Wart, which is huge. Then for enchantments, I like to go to this enchantment table. And I would like to, if I were you, I would put Harvesting 5 on it, which gives you 62.5 farming fortune. And Telekinesis 1 on it. And what Telekinesis is going to do is it's going to kind of force the blocks on your inventory, and Harvesting is going to give you farming fortune. And Replenish, you can't really enchant it off the enchantment table, but you can get it for the cocoa beans collection. You can craft it with cookies, enchanted cookies, and also on the auction house you can buy books for it for like 1.1 million or something. Okay, and finally for farmer boots. Oh shoot, I completely forgot personal compactor. So the personal compactor, I think it sets you, it's a talisman that sets you back like 500k. But what you do with it is you right click and put an enchanted Nether Wart in it, and what that's going to do is, here, I'll try to get you an example. So you're going to be farming just casually, and as you can see, it automatically crafted that enchanted Nether Wart for me. So it's really useful for long farming sessions, and it's pretty much an essential in the design. Yeah. Finally, we have two options for boots. Farmer boots or rancher boots. Rancher boots set you back 2.1 million on the auction house, and farmer boots set you back like 200k. Now, farmer boots and rancher boots have like one main difference that is going to be really useful for this farm. And that is that you can set the speed on the rancher boots. Now, that's what that's going to do. You might think that speed is good for newer farmers, but it's not. So you actually want like a perfect speed. For example, the farmer boots, you can't set the speed, so it's just like every time you level up your farming skill, you gain 4 speed, and it's just you're gonna end up going too quick. So it's a temporary like fix, I guess. Luckily though, you get alchemy XP, so you don't get farming XP, so you won't go faster. But the reason why you want to go slightly slower is so that way you can break all 4 of these blocks before you move on to the next row. And that's what makes the rancher boots a little bit better. Next things next. I think we should probably go over like the building materials. So the builder wand you can get on the auction house, or from the person that you bought the cookie from, for 1.1 million, I think, on the auction house on a good day, and it's really worth it, let me tell you that. And then the Nether Wart pouch, I'll show you where you can buy that. You can buy the Nether Wart pouch from, oops, I can't get in through that. I knew that. But you can get the Nether Wart pouch, oh, I'm bugged, okay. You can get the Nether Wart pouch for 2 silver medals and 30 tickets from Anita. Now you're probably wondering, well, what does that do? And I will show you really quick. It's actually probably one of the most useful things in this. It's really important they have it. So what this does essentially is every time you like right click, it fills in the Nether Wart on a row for you. So you could easily fill in this whole thing really quickly and get this farm done in maybe 4 hours by yourself if you're fast. But yeah, all in all, it is probably one of the most useful things that I could imagine. Okay. Next things next, we're going to go over farming efficiency and how you can gain more for what you're building type of thing. So there are a few pets that I recommend but are kind of expensive. First is, let me go to the auction house actually. Can we do /age? I can. Okay. So first is the elephant. So we're going to go specifically the legendary elephant. Now this will set you back like 20 million, but what this does is it gives you a huge amount of farming fortune and farming XP boosts. So it's really overpowered to have, but it's 20 mil. So try to buy that if you can. If you can't, it's fine. I believe there are other good options, such as I think I'm a little bit dumb. Okay. I know of another farmer pet that is a very good option, but it's not coming to me right now, and it's not a rabbit clearly. But yeah, now I think the main way, other than rancher boots and other than the pet, the main way that you can upgrade your farming efficiency, I guess, is by eventually upgrading your hoe. Now you can get I mean, some will set you back 4 million, but they're definitely worth it. They give you huge boosts, upgrades, and buffs. So yeah, it's really helpful to have. And I mean, yeah, all in all, it's pretty worth it. But this is like a fairly cheap loadout, and I know you can upgrade the personal compactor, but I really don't recommend it for this because it's not really needed. All you need is enchant the Nether Wart, really, because I mean, unless you're farming for like 40 hours in a day, you're not really going to fill up your inventory ever. So just because, I mean, after like 3 runs you'll probably fill up your inventory, but it's not too inefficient to go and sell it really quick. So next I'm going to like tell you one huge tip that I can give you. Always sell your Nether Wart and stuff like that for like a reasonable price. So I'm going to go to the bazaar, for example. And so as you can see, I'll earn 480 coins, or 474. And now, if you highlight over the hopper, sometimes in red text it'll say that you're selling it for less than the merchant, or than like the NPC merchant. So, for example, I'm not, so I'll sell that really quick. And let's say I was, all I would do is go over to this adventure and just left click it, just like that, and it would sell it. Pretty simple. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my Nether Wart farm guide. I'm going to build, I'll go over next video. I'm going over like new player guides specifically for now. And I'm going to work my way on progression because I really want new players to be able to understand the game. Because I didn't before, and if I can give other people good guides, then that'll be nice for everybody else. So then after a few videos of newer player guides, I'm going to go over a more advanced sugarcane farm. So right now this is not an advanced sugarcane farm. This is bare bones sugarcane. But I'm going to go over a double wide sugarcane farm with railings that is much more efficient to farm on. And it's also newer player friendly. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for probably tomorrow or the day after, and I'll get a new upload out. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like. Trying to get to 100 subscribers soon, so hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye.